Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be what should your next steps be reading. I'll explain what each row is going to represent, but your first row is going to represent what's coming in for you between now and the end of the year. You have the searching card and this window card. So I feel for a lot of you that you're looking, there is a new opportunity coming in for you. The death card represents a new opportunity. Right here, you have the sun coming up between the two pillars that are on the moon card. And I'll show you that in just a minute. But it basically says that, the death card can say that the loss of one thing is actually bringing in a new opportunity, something new. And the death card is your card here, Scorpio. So this is wonderful. It puts you, I love when people show up as themselves, especially their major arcana. It puts you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to get what you want from the reading. And, so I feel for a lot of you, there is clearly a window. The interesting thing is that a window is a portal, and you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a portal card. It is a card of, stepping through these four wands and having a celebration. A lot of people read it as a card of marriage, which it can represent marriage, but number one, it can represent a commitment to anything. It doesn't have to be love, right? Number two, it kind of is a card of freedom. Those people are already married on the other side. They've already accomplished something, so it can represent an accomplishment as well. And it looks to me like there is an accomplishment, or you are accomplishing something that you've wanted to accomplish for a long time. It's probably something that hasn't worked out. This row here is going to represent your blockages. We're going to, and how to overcome your blockages, of course, because tarot doesn't control your life. So, again, these are just, the things that you need to overcome. And, again, it could be that you're healing from something with that Three of Swords. But again, actually, I'm going to show you these right here. It's like you're looking for a way out. You have that searching card and the window card. You could be looking for a way out of a situation, or just looking for a way to improve the situation that you're in at the moment. And, I kind of feel that here. It's funny, you have this rain card at the end, and that rain card is about kind of like making it rain. But I also feel that, this could be, it is raining. Like, what they say, when it rains, it pours. So if, and also they say, if you look, you will find it, or whatever, right? And all those, like, those types of sayings, it's kind of weird, because those are the types of things that are popping into my head right now in your reading. So it's like, if you start to look for an opportunity, I feel like all of a sudden you're going to have a bunch of these opportunities, So you could be looking for a way to, go through a portal and get out of the job that you have right now and find something better, or start a business, or find new love, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I feel like it's you're like making it rain. You have the death card, which is you showing up in a very strong position. I do feel like something needs to die. Basically, right here, the king underneath the death rider is dead. And it kind of says that no matter what, even kings die. So nothing is above, dying. Nothing is above transformation. And so I feel for some of you, you could be releasing something in your life that you've had for a long time. All three water signs have that has been the foundation of all the water sign readings. So, kind of makes sense. Even the Six of Swords, this woman and the child in the boat, they're leaving everything in their life behind them, and they are completely starting over on the other side. So for a lot of you, again, I do feel this is like a water sign thing right now. It could be because of like Saturn and Pisces, maybe a little bit, and maybe some other stuff that's going on. But I do feel like water signs are being asked to transform, in the sense that you're being asked to start over in some area of life, or you're being asked to step into a new area of life. You have the Temperance card here. Temperance is turning one thing into another. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be turning like a negative into a positive. You could also be turning a positive into a negative. So obviously focus on the positive so that you don't do that. But I feel that also, again, I feel that you are going through a big transformation here. You're looking for an opportunity to step through a portal. With the death card, you have the Empress. You showing up in a very strong position here. I feel like you are the Empress. Doesn't matter what gender you are. And yes, I know this is Taurus, because I'm sure someone's going to say, you said you, and we're not, this isn't Scorpio. It's like, okay, yes, I get it. But this is the energy that you are showing up in. Very abundant, very successful, very creative at this time. So I would be taking advantage of all your creative ideas. I would be putting work into your creative ideas with the Eight of Pentacles. Because it could lead to a big harvest in the future. Plain and simple. With the Six of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's Knight of Wands very spontaneous. I do, it's kind of funny because I feel that people in your life could be thinking that the choices you're making right now are very spontaneous. They could be saying like, "Oh, why are you, why are you making these big changes that you haven't really been thinking about?" But the thing is, I think you have been thinking about the changes that you're making for a very long period of time. So again, don't let other people, control your decisions. You might be, I'm kind of getting this like second guessing energy here, but it's like, no, I think the people in your life, it's like they don't live in your head. They don't know, all the things that you've thought about. They don't know all the times that you've spent awake thinking about making changes, right? So if you have those moments, it's like, I think you need to remember that you've been thinking about something for years, maybe for some of you. With the Temperance card, you have the Hierophant. It's like outside the box thinking, right here. This also would be thinking in a new way. Six of Swords, thinking in a new way. Obviously, if you go to the new lands across the choppy waters, things are different over there. So, I feel outside the box thinking would be a good idea for you. Next, what your next step should be at this time between now and the end of the year. You have this card that says music has what you need. You could be getting answers from music. You also have this rebalance, regroup. I think that with the retrogrades, it is a great time to RE anything because, retrograde, RE. I always say that the best things to work on during retrogrades are RE words. So, rebuild, redo, revisit, rebalance, regroup. All those things would be great for you to do at this time. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is hard work. I do feel there is a lot of hard work coming in that I kind of say coming in for you, but I feel like you've been working very hard. You've been trying to create more abundance in your life, and it's like finally coming. But I kind of feel this right here. You go Eight of Pentacles, Five of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. Five of Cups, he needs to turn around and look at those two cups behind him because those two cups represent something that he should be grateful for. And, it is a card of gratitude. This is coming up in the area of your blockages. And, again, with the Five of Cups, you could be grieving the loss of something that you no longer enjoy. It's like, he's crying over that spilt wine, but he doesn't even like the wine any longer. So he's crying over something that he no longer has love for anyway. It could be love, could be a person that you're grieving when there's something much better coming in for you. But it could be anything. It could be the loss of a job. It could be, pretty much anything. You have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands could be marriage. So if you do want love, your next steps could be marriage. Even if you don't want love, and even if you do, I feel like your next steps are to like 1000% commit to something. We go like this right here. 2 cards of marriage plus the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card that says when you know that something is for you, when you believe it deep down, deeper than your DNA, then it's for you, whatever it is. So it's like whatever you want to commit to. Could be love, but it could also be like a business or something new. When you are fully integrated, when you integrate yourself into something, that's when you will become very successful. So, I feel like that's what needs to happen here. You have the Queen of Swords. I don't know. I do feel like you're kind of like in a time here where you're seeing why you had to experience certain lessons. She sees clearly for the first time, and you have the Three of Swords here. So it's like maybe she sees like why she had to learn certain lessons or, have certain difficulties in her life. It's like she's understanding why and you have the King of Wands wanting to pop out there. But I kind of feel that part of this rebalancing, regrouping that you're doing could be more personal. It's like you're learning the lessons. I kind of do feel showing up as an obstacle. It's saying don't dwell on it, heal from it and move on. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Definitely love coming in for you. I feel like you're worried that if you put work into love this way, right here, that you won't have a positive result. Three of Pentacles, very simply, is a very positive result. Three of Pentacles, it represents quality work. In love, it would say that you have a quality relationship, right? Like it's a positive result. And so I feel like you're fearing that, but you need to let go of the past and focus on the future here. With the Four of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Quick success coming in for you for sure. So I feel if you're like trying to be successful, or if you're working towards whatever you're working towards, that there's going to be quick success coming in here. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is, of course, a card of being spoiled for choice. I kind of feel bad about this in your reading, if I'm being honest. It's like I feel good on one hand because you have the Queen of Swords, which says you see your choices in life very clearly. I feel the problem is needing to make a choice. So I would pick one choice, make it happen. I do believe that we are in a time of overthinking and fantasy. Neptune and Pisces creates a lot of fantasies for everyone. And so it's like we need to pick one thing and bring the cup down to earth. And then those other cups still exist. Those other ideas that you have still exist up there, but you need to pick one thing and make it happen, right? Next, in the area of the blockages and the solutions, you have this card that says, may experience narrow-mindedness, greed, materialism, excess egoism. This is the crown chakra. Again, I'm getting more of this narrow-mindedness. It's like you're only seeing one way. Eight of Swords as one of your last cards here. Eight of Swords is only thinking that there's one way to do things when there are many ways to do things. You have the spiritual teachings. It says, believing money is the root of all evil creates problem with money. Yes, I kind of feel that this right here could be a need to work on blockages in general. It's like if you have a lack mentality in any area of your life, it might be a good time to, do some blockage exercises or, overcome some blockages or even just simple reframing. I'm a big fan. I think one of the easiest ways to overcome blockages is to reframe whatever the problem is. You know what I mean? It's like if you think everyone is a cheater, there are plenty of examples of people who do not cheat, right? You just maybe aren't seeing it. And so reframing it and saying some people cheat, but these people over here are don't cheat on each other, right? For example, in love. Same thing with money. You might think like, these evil billionaires are ruining the world, or you could reframe it and say, well, they got us to where we are right now, and I want to be a billionaire, and I want to change how billionaires are perceived, so I'm going to do things differently, not become an evil billionaire, I'll become a positive one. So again, I think it's just, needing to reframe it. Every single time I say that, someone leaves some evil billionaire comment about how they're ruining the environment or whatever, and it's like, no, you are just too much of a loser to find a way to do it, is what it boils down to. So before you leave that comment, what I would say here is that what you are basically saying is I'm too lazy to become a billionaire. So I believe all of you minnows can become billionaires if you want to, and I would just do it, right? Make it happen and become a positive billionaire. You have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Swords here. Seven of Wands as a blockage is belief, needing to believe that you can become the evil billionaire or whatever, whatever it is you want, right? So I feel for some of you, you just need to believe deep down inside. Again, I think that the Seven of Wands is a card of believing something deep down in your DNA and believing it like very, really, really believing that you can have something. So that could be a little bit of a blockage. Letting go of something that you no longer enjoy could be a blockage. I see this a lot. So, I think maybe it's energetic. A lot of people are having a hard time letting go of things from the past. Doesn't even have to be people. It could be anything, right? So, but what I feel like we need to realize is that there's something waiting for us over here. He turns around, he gets this bridge and this castle over here. The castle represents safety, security, comfort, protection, everything he wants. So it's like there's something much bigger for him that exists, but he has to, he has to see it. So again, maybe he has to reframe his beliefs here with the Five of Cups. You have the Three of Swords here. Three of Swords is, of course, a separation or a breakup. Again, some of you could be grieving the loss of something. You could also be going through a legitimate healing. And I do like that the Queen of Swords is here because it does say that, whatever type of healing you're going through doesn't matter. But I do feel like she is kind of saying like that you see what you have to heal or, something along those lines. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Emperor. It is crazy to me. I'm almost 1,000% sure that both Pisces and Cancer had the Emperor in the exact same position, but different cards too. So again, it's definitely time for you water signs to take action on whatever your big dreams are. There could be a lover coming in for you that is like a divine counterpart as well. Could be any sign. Nothing is really standing out to me. So there you go. With the Five of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. It's funny that I said the billionaire thing. One of my favorite books of all time, The Science of Getting Rich. He says that, again, the evil billionaires, he says we shouldn't be judging them because they got us to where we are going. They got us to this point. Now it's our job to, create positivity in the world, to do things through co-creation and not competition. That book, the author of that book was way ahead of his time. I think that book was written in like 1923, and it's by Wallace D. Wattles. And, he is way ahead of his time because he said we're moving from a time of competition to a time of co-creation. So again, the evil billionaire thing is just a money block, right? It's just basically the people who say that are people who just can't see themselves as billionaires. So I want every single one of you to see yourself as a billionaire, and it doesn't even have to be money. You could see yourself as a billionaire in love or whatever, right? With the Three of Swords, you have the Five of Cups again. So, again, clearly this could be a heartbreak that you are overcoming. or this is a heartbreak that needs healing. So, but I don't even think, if this is a person, you probably don't even want this person back, but you could still be grieving the loss of it. So it's time to like move forward, right? Next, you have this desert card and this rain card. So I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of making it rain at this time. I feel that you're coming out of a time of trying to do everything on your own. You have the Eight of Swords here. With that desert card, I feel that it's like it's like I see you just not trying to do everything on your own, plain and simple. But that doesn't, I don't even get that you're necessarily only working with other people. It could be you have the Three of Pentacles, but it's like I feel you could be finding better ways of doing things as well. And I feel like there is like abundance raining in on you because clearly you're making it rain. You have the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Pentacles. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction right here. By the way, this last row represents advice from your guides and your future self. And the Eight of Swords would be, the advice here would be to realize that there are kind of like many ways of doing things, not just one way. And again, we talked about earlier this card that said you're only focusing on one way of doing things. So I would open up. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You show up here, right here, the eagle, the phoenix, whatever you want to call it. And so you show up on the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of feel the Wheel of Fortune could be a change in your destiny, or something is changing your destiny. I feel a lot of luck here as well. So it's like you're increasing your luck, or the things you're doing right now are improving your luck in some way. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Definitely teamwork makes the dream work for sure. So I feel anything you can do to work on a team or work together with other people would be a really good idea with the Three of Pentacles. Again, like I said, we're entering into a time of co-creation. So anything you can do to co-create with other people is going to be highlighted. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. With the Eight of Swords, sometimes we can just be doing things that steal our energy, kind of. And I feel the Ace of Cups is saying, are you doing things that cause your energy to overflow? Are you doing the things that truly bring fulfillment to you or not? And I feel that's what you need to do here, is make sure you're doing the things that bring fulfillment. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Death card. Yeah, I mean, you started and you end with the Death card here. You're definitely showing up strong in this reading, which I like. You could also be allowing this to die, and you could be moving, the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're finally getting the wheel spinning in the right direction. As I always tell people, the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is always spinning in life. Forwards or backwards, doesn't matter. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like things are always changing. Things are always in motion. Your destiny is always moving in a certain direction. But with the Death card, like, that's how we can take control of the cycles, right? The Wheel of Fortune, we have a choice. We can just let it spin like crazy, or we can take control of it by seeing the things that are coming towards us and taking advantage of them. Opportunities, good things, bad things, all that. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. I do feel it is weird that I do feel it is kind of like a time of karma. What I will say is we are getting closer and closer to that next set of eclipses in October, and this reading is for now till the end of the year. So, what I would say is that eclipse time could be a time where either you're getting karma, we're talking about positive karma, or you could be ending. It's like you could be officially ending karmic cycles in your life, and you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it looks to me like there's like some sort of karmic change that's going on here. And again, I feel like you're gonna be happy about it because it, just intuitively, I feel like this karmic change makes you feel like you're not stuck on the hamster wheel. Like things can change. We're going to pull 5 main themes with Mega Deck over here. You have the Stranger card. It says Curiosity. It is also weird to me that everyone's been getting these cards of Curiosity. It seems to me like the energy right now could be a little bit more childlike. I feel like the universe is trying to get people to explore things that they think they might be interested in. So it's like the universe is trying to bring more of that playful, exploratory, childlike energy into the world. And so if you become curious about something, I would move towards it. You have the Skywriting card. It says the fates. We see a lot of fate in this reading, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. So I kind of feel like there are certain things that are fated to happen in your life, and you're just moving towards those things. With the Justice card, put a little energy in, see if you get energy back, and you'll be fine. You have the Two of Pentacles. Kind of weird because every once in a while, I will say that there are some cards in the tarot that to me are clue cards. They don't to me, they don't really represent anything other than they're more of like a clue that something is going to happen in the world or in your life. And so I feel the clue here could be that you're getting, the clue that I get from the Two of Pentacles sometimes is like a settlement. And so I feel for some of you, if you're waiting for a settlement, like a legal settlement or an insurance payout or something like that, this could be the settlement right here. I also feel that you could be like settling up with the universe. Again, there's something here about like karmic rewards. You have this beloved card here, so I do feel there could be love. You have a divine counterpart here, Empress, Emperor, showing up in your readings. So there could be something very significant coming in for you, like a lifelong connection if you want love. And you have this wind card. I feel like there is a big change in the wind. I feel like the change you're noticing is abundance with that rain card. It's like you're making it, like I said, you're making it rain. I feel like you're kind of, doing these things to, have more opportunities, like I was saying with that window card at the beginning of the reading. I know it's kind of like a weird connection, but I feel like it's like you're stepping through these portals almost in your life, and these could be like new opportunities. It could be little things as well. I think sometimes people don't realize like how much little things that we do in our life, little changes that we make could have a huge impact, right? And, that's what I feel here. It's like you're stepping through these, you're taking advantage of opportunities. Maybe you're doing things you've never done before that you wouldn't normally do. Like maybe you normally don't go out, and maybe your friends invite you out and you actually go, and it leads to an abundance of opportunities. Maybe your boss says, hey, I need a volunteer to do something. You do it and you make it rain, right? So I would take advantage of all those like little tiny windows that are opening up for you, because I think that's what this reading is trying to get at. So looks good. That should be your next steps. Step through the open doors, step through the open windows, whatever you got to do. Looks really good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.